Hello, everyone. My name is Marcus McGinnis, and today I will be presenting Transcendentalism. Transcendentalism is sometimes referred to as the New England Renaissance. Transcendentalism started developing around 1840 in New England. It was a direct reaction to Romanticism as it emphasizes being divine or divinity. A few key figures are Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau. Transcendentalism versus Romanticism. Transcendentalism and Romanticism have overlapping time periods. Transcendentalism is given the time period from 1840 to about 1855, which is the tail end of Romanticism, which occurred from 1800 to 1850. Transcendentalism draws inspirations from beyond human perspective. One of those perspectives was Ralph Waldo Emerson's The Oversoul, or being able to link with nature. Romanticism emphasized emotions. Another key difference between the two is Romanticism had no strong emphasis on the power of God, while Transcendentalism has a strong belief in God and feels there's a strong and in their reading, in their art, you will see a strong presence of good versus evil. Romanticism usually just uses a positive voice in their work. A key figure of Romanticism is Edgar Allan Poe. Uh, Similarities, as stated before, they occurred during the same time period. Nathaniel Hawthorne had used both styles. You can see both art forms in his art, as well as Herman Melville. He wrote the book Moby Dick, which is about a man's emphasis or him just being super drawn to that a whale, which can be a real person, as in some people are obsessed with certain things, and it's romanticized, as in it's not an actual story that took place. Um, Also, many artists in Transcendentalism and Romanticism they often worked together and liked each other. Uh, the goods of Transcendentalism. During Transcendentalism, democracy in the U.S. was doing well. The United States as a whole collective, the morale was high. People are starting to become wealthy, or people, and they're starting to become like a more middle class, and more people are coming into wealth. The bad and evil. The United States is in a war at the time. Corruption is rampant amongst politicians. There is also currently still slavery during Transcendentalism. As I spoke previously about the wages and how people were becoming wealthy, there is extreme poverty as well. The wealthy was amongst the plant owners and manufacturers, not the people who actually work. Also, people are becoming more materialistic. People more starting to care about their self and what they want. And also, women had little rights as they couldn't vote and they had to depend on men for everyday things. Also, during Transcendentalism, there became a utopian society where people felt as though everything was perfect here. However, that was not the case. The picture on the left is an actual picture of the Brook Farm headquarters, and the picture on the right is a drawing of the Brook Farm headquarters. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson started off as a minister in the Unitarian Church. He later left to become a philosopher, a teacher, and a writer. Like I said previously, he left the Unitarian ministry to become a writer, philosopher, and teacher. He's credited with being a big inspiration for Henry David Thoreau, changing his life around. And he's also the author of Self Reliance, History, The Oversoul, and Fate. Henry David Thoreau. A student of Ralph Emerson, he idolized Ralph Emerson so much that he changed his life around. What I mean by change his life around, he went into the woods and finds in search of solitary or being by himself, so that he could find out he could be one with nature and find his true self. He was also a philosopher and a writer. Like I said previously, he retreated into a cabin of solitude where he wrote his book Walden. This was a one room cabin where he refused to pay taxes on the land he acquired because he felt he had a birthright to them. His cabin is now a tourist attraction and far from what he envisioned life to be. It's around there. There's a highway, a freeway, and it's just the opposite of his solitude, being alone, being away from all the hustle and bustle, and being one with nature and himself. And these are the references I use to come up with my project. Thank you all, and y'all have a great day.